Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at Northern Adirondack Central School in beautiful downtown Ellenburg, and we're here on this Friday evening, December 6th, 1991, the eve of the anniversary, the 50th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And we're here for high school junior varsity action. This is a game that will precede the annual tip-off tourney here in the land of the Bobcats, featuring the visiting Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars and the home team NAC Bobcats. Cougars coached by Randy Bird LaBombard. His lineup includes Sean LeClaire, number 24, Ryan Lucy, number 30, Alan Racine, number 44, Justin Castine, number 42, Tim Fay, number 22, Chris Gagno, 32, JC Zwart, number 34, Dan Davison, number 20, Bill Covey, 14, Dan Edgerton, 50, and John Racine, number 40. For Jim Schutz Bobcats, 11 is Jason Moulton, 12 is Billy Bushy, 15 is Rohan Roy, 20 is John Baker, 21 Scott Schutz, 22 David Bushy, 23 Jim Landry, 24 Kelly Gilmore, 25 Josh Brazacchio, 30 Ben Forkey, 31 Jason Macy, 32 Heath Belrose, 34 Sean LeBaire, and 44 Neil Lucia. It'll be Castine and Brazacchio jumping center. Opening tip, a little too high. First throw up. The refs don't get a lot of practice throwing the ball up for a tip-off. That was an NBA throw up, I guess. Controlled briefly by the Cougars, taken over by the Bobcats. This is Schutz. Over to Brazacchio, over looking for Bushy, he walks. Fay will inbound it. Finds Ryan along the baseline. Underneath for Racine. Alan Racine underneath, and the first 2 points are on the board for Northeastern. Bushy inbounds it, and he gets it back from Schutz. Brazacchio back to Schutz. Bushy looking for Belrose. Bushy. Stolen by Lucy. The preseason scrimmage, I'm not sure if they can consider this a regular game. Although they have referees, and I'm here taping, and they're in uniform and everything, but there are limits to the number of games they can play in a given season. So it may have to be called a preseason scrimmage officially. Castine takes it to the hoop. Short jump shot is off the rim, rebounded by the Bobcats. Schutz brings it down. Schutz finds Bushy, goes baseline, and he's fouled. Foul was on Justin Castine and David Bushy from Rouse's Point at the foul line. His father, Homer Bushy, a teacher here at Northern Adirondack. And he followed his brother Michael, who came here his junior year and was a big factor in the Bobcat team last year, Michael Bushy. Second one is off the mark. It bounces in, so it's a 2-2 ball game now. Castine inbounds to Fay. Down to Lucy. Lucy out front. Make that LeClaire out front to Lucy. Five-second violation gives it back to the Bobcats. 6:31 showing on the score clock. Schutz brings it across. If you're closely guarded, you have to make a move to the basket. Castine takes it away. Gives it to Lucy. Have to make a move to the basket or get rid of the ball. If you're closely guarded for 5 seconds, that's the turnover. Bushy brings it up. Approaching the 6-minute mark. Underneath, Pick gets Pick away from the ball. Got a man open. Castine comes out with it. Tied up, gives it back to Lucy. There's a ball at the corner of the playing floor down there on the right-hand side of your screen that one of the officials ought to kick out of the area before somebody trips over it, but they're certainly not looking in that direction. They're watching the action on the floor. Racine controls in the corner. Fakes, pumps the short left-handed jump shot. It's in. And our referee Senecal puts it aside. 4-2. Cougars leading the Bobcats. Northern Tier rivals. And soon to be hometown Cable rivals as Cable moves into Altona this month and into Ellenburg next year. Have a foul. Bobcats will inbound. It shuts. Left to Brazacchio and he lost it. Lucy will toss it in. Crowd starting to filter in for the first game, which will feature Chateauguay versus Franklin Academy in the tip-off tourney. Nightcap to feature the varsity of these two clubs right here. Racine with a steal. Gives it to Lucy. Lucy. Back out front to Faye. No shot clock. They can take the time, work for a good shot. Try to force it underneath. Faye over to Racine. Racine pulls up for the short jumper. It's good. And it's a 6-2 ball game. 4 minutes to go in the first period. J.C. Zwart moves in, replacing Castine, who's getting instructions from Coach LeBombard. You want instructions on how to play underneath in the North Country, there's not a better person to tell you about it than Randy LeBombard. He was a good ball player at Northeastern Clinton. But he graduated at 16 in what should have been his senior year if he'd been a little bit older. There's a basket by Billy Bushy, who's in the game for the Bobcats. David Bushy takes the ball now. Lombard graduated at 16, so the year after that could have easily been his senior year if he hadn't graduated so young. And he started playing with what was known as the Beaumont Lanes team in the adult league, and as a 17-year-old he just started to blossom and became one of the super ball players that the North Country has had for the past several years. One of the people who was a lot better after high school than he was in high school, but again, they're graduating at 16 when most people are juniors. Made a big difference in that, I'm sure. Ryan Lucy shooting. Chris Gagnon set to come in. He's going to replace Lucy, who's at the line. 3:06 to go. We're in the first quarter. All kept alive, but controlled by David Bushy. Gives it up to Schutz. Schutz over to Jason Moulton. Kicked out. Nice play. Gagnon in for the Cougars. 6-4, 2:58 to go, first quarter. Moulton with the ball. Over to Schutz. Have the 23, Jim Landry, also in the ball game now for the Bobcats. Danny Davison reports in now, replacing Tim Fay for the Cougars. Moulton pulls up for the short jump shot. Rebound comes to Zwart, gives it up to Gagnon. Over to Davison. Gagnon inbounds. LeClaire. Over to Zwart. Zwart fakes, pulls up for the short jump shot. And it's pulled down by Bushy. Picked off by Gagnon. He stepped on the line. Schutz will toss it in. Bushy looks underneath. Picked off by Zwart. Zwart finds Gagnon. Up look for LeClaire. And taken away by Moulton. Moulton up ahead to Bushy, and Schutz lays it in. We're tied with 1:58 to go. It's a 6-6 ball game here in the first quarter. LeClaire works it up the court. Guarded closely by Schutz. Gagnon with the ball. Looking underneath for Davison. Davison, the 8th grader. Saved by Racine. Racine, baseline, pulls up the short jumper, it's short. Gagnon. Gagnon will inbound it to Racine. Out to Davison. Cross court to LeClaire, guarded by Brazacchio. Man-to-man defense for the junior Bobcats. Gagnon with the ball, looks underneath, looking for Davison, throws it away. We have a Cougar timeout with 1:02 to go here in the first quarter. And we're all tied at 6-6. Bobcats ball. David Bushy will inbound it. Moulton brings it up. The Bushy. Back to Moulton. Underneath. Bushy lost it. Ball comes to Brazacchio underneath. It's Billy Bushy. He is fouled. Billy Bushy shooting 2. Misses the first. 39 ticks left on the first quarter clock. We're tied at 6. And it's a lead. First lead of the ball game for the Bobcats. 7-6. LeClaire brings it across the midcourt line. Gives it over to Gagnon. Looking for Racine on a high post. It's going to be Bobcat ball. I don't think either ref was entirely sure, but green seemed to be the obvious choice for the call. Moulton over to David Bushy. Underneath to Brazacchio. Brazacchio with a running hook shot. Gagnon pulls down a rebound. Gives it up to Alan Racine. 7 seconds to go. Racine to Davison. Davison, short shot. Rolls the rim, and there's a foul underneath. Davison will shoot 2. You can tie it on the first. Off the rim, you'll get another chance to tie it. We have 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-6, Bobcats leading the Cougars. Second one is off the rim. Rebound, Gagnon. No, doesn't drop. Bushy picks up his second foul. Chris Gagnon shooting 2. Hits the first. We're tied with 1 second on the clock. 7-7. And a chance for the Cougars to take the lead going into the second quarter. Under shot is off the mark. Short rebound, but no time to put it up. Called for a tip-in at that point, not a rebound. Should have been tipping the ball. 7-7 after 1. It'll be Northeastern's ball to start the second quarter. Chris Gagno over to set the ball in. Lucy and Castine back in for the Cougars. We'll have John Baker in for the first time for the Bobcats, along with number 34, Sean LeBert, who is back in. Bobcats control. Blocked by Lucy. Rebound controlled by Gagno. Up ahead he finds Racine. And Racine lays it in. It's 9-7 for Northeastern. This is Schutz with the ball. Gives it up to LeBert. Underneath. That's underneath. That was Belrose. And we have Lucia in also. Lucia in for the Bobcats also. Lucy brings it up. This is off for Castine. Out front, Gagno with a 15-footer. Schutz rebounds. Ball goes off LeBert. Cougars will throw it in. Gagno. Lucy brings it across. Almost turned it over on the dribble. Claire with the ball. Looking for somebody to get open underneath. 9-7, 6:33 to go in the first half. Stolen by Schutz. And a block there by Gagno. Sean LeBert in. At the line. And we have Covey in. He's going to replace Racine. .6:25 to go. Second quarter. Rebound is controlled by Belrose. And Zwart's going to come in for Castine. Lombard didn't like the way the outside man got the rebound on that one. Lucy will inbound it. Schutz brings it up, looking to tie. Short jump shot by Baker is off the mark. Rebound controlled by the Cougars. Gagno gives it to Lucy. Lucy brings it across. Covey misses. Rebound controlled by the Bobcats. Schutz brings it down and drops it in. (9-9) the score. 5:39 to go in the second quarter. On the possession, it's Bobcats' turn on the jump ball. Ball comes into Belrose. Shots from about 15 hits, and the Bobcats lead by 2, their biggest lead of the night. LeClaire brings it across. Over to Gagno. Lucy tries to penetrate, loses the ball. Fay, Castine, and Racine back in for the Cougars. Schutz will inbound it. Comes deep for Baker. Shot rebounded by Castine. Shot taken by Belrose. 11-9. Bobcats leading by 2. 4:53 remaining in the second quarter. Ball comes to Racine. Takes a short jump shot and hits. We're tied 11-all. Schutz brings it up. Picked up by Fay. Lucia with a shot. Rebound goes to Racine. Alan Racine dishes off to Sean LeClaire. Give Racine the assist on the rebound. Brought it down court. Passed off. Stolen by Fay. Racine there. Picks it up. Lays it in. It's 15-11. 4-point lead. 4 minutes to go in a half. Cougars up by 4. Bobcats being bothered by the press. Schutz brings it up. I have Brazacchio set to come back in for Northern Adirondack. Baker back to Schutz. Over to Lucia. Lucia guarded by Lucy. Lucia rebounds and puts it in. 3.5 to go. Cougar lead cut to 2. Ball comes to Fay. Fay with a jump shot. He hits. Tim Fay with a bucket, and it's 17-13. Schutz with the ball. Baker, jump shot. LeClaire up ahead looking for Fay. Too much on it. Fay saves. Alan Racine hustled down and gets 2 points for his efforts. Belrose dishes off to Lucia. We got LeBaire dished off to Lucia. And it's a 19-15 game. LeBaire with a steal. LeBaire lays it in. That's 19-17. Now the Cougars are being bothered by the Bobcat press. Castine shot, no good. And Lucia chases it into the stands. Castine was set to inbound it, but Coach Lombard tells Lucy to inbound it. Lucy comes to Racine. Racine drives, short jump shot, rebound by David Bushy. 19-17, Bobcats looking to tie it with 2:10 to go. Racine comes out with it. 13-footer is good. Alan Racine. It's at 21-17. Up ahead, ball comes to Brazacchio, passed off to Baker, and the Bobcats with a steal. And we're tied suddenly, 21-21. Castine throws it away, picked up by Schutz. Castine takes it back, and Racine will bring it up. Lucy with the ball, pulls up for an 18-footer off the rim. Rebound Bushy. John Racine in for Northeastern, replacing Fay. Both teams appear to have a lot of depth. 21-21, minute 16. Kick called. Schutz looking for a target, finds David Bushy. Castine rebounds, finds Lucy. Alan Racine, he's got to be at least in double figures. I'd say well in the double figures. 23-21, minute remaining in the first half. Moulton underneath to Brazacchio. Shuts back to Moulton. Rozacchio saves it. It's picked up by Davison. 36 seconds. John Racine gives it to Lucy. Picked off by Rozacchio. Length to the floor, rebound pulled down by Racine. Racine up ahead for Davison. Davison gets the shot off and in. Danny Davison with a bucket. 25-21, 1 second. Bobcats not looking at the clock. So, Northeastern outscores the Bobcats by a 17-13 margin to lead 25-21 through the second quarter as we go to halftime. It'll be Northeastern's basketball as we start the second half, where the Cougars up by 4 points in this junior varsity contest as part of the tip-off tourney, pre-tourney festivities here at Ellenburg. December 6th, 1991. Lucy with the ball. Over to Racine. Racine drives, and on the dribble there was a foul. It'll be Cougars ball on the side. LeClaire will toss it in. It's out to Lucy. Faye. To Racine. And Racine drops it in. 27-21. LeClaire rebounds. LeClaire brings it down. Over to Lucy. Castine. Rebound controlled by the Bobcats. And Rozacchio scores on the assist from Bushy. Makes it 27-23. Faye up ahead. Knocked loose by Bushy, Billy Bushy. Up to David Bushy. Back to Billy Bushy, goes baseline. And the foul is going to be on Racine. Billy Bushy hits the first. 27-24. 6 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rebound controlled by number 23. That's Jim Landry. Made a nice move getting that rebound. 26-27. The Bobcats have cut it to a 1 point deficit. Lucy hits from the top of the key. It's a 15-footer. Makes it 29-26. Racine with a steal and controls it. Left-hander puts it in. 31-26. Rozacchio underneath looking for Billy Bushy. David Bushy with the ball now. Castine picks up his second foul. 5:50 to go. Over and back. An over and back called. Oops, good thing LeBombard told him the ref was watching a different ball game. Faye will toss it in to Lucy. To LeClaire. LeClaire to Faye. Castine on the line. A Bobcat ball. Bushy. David Bushy brings it up. Dishes off. Zwart back in for the Cougars for Castine. 5:20 to go in the third. Cougars turn it over. They're up by 5. 31-26 the score. David Bushy gets it across midcourt for Northern Adirondack. Over to Moulton. Moulton walked. LeClaire inbounds to Fay, over to Lucy. Sean LeClaire will toss it in. Fay shot, pull down. Bobcats control. LeClaire comes out with it. Fay to Zwart. Fay rebounds and puts it in. Tim Fay with a bucket. 33-26. And Jim Schutz wants a timeout. This team down by 7. 4:18 to go in the third. Dan Edgerton reports in from Northeastern. Racine gives it to Fay. Ball comes in to Fay. Fay with a long one, three-pointer. For Tim Fay makes it 35-26, 9-point lead. We're approaching the 4-minute mark. Ben Forkey, number 30, in for the Bobcats. We also see a couple other new faces out there. Number 24 is a new face. No, Kelly Gilmore's been in before. Forkey might be the only new one. Comes into Baker. Back to Schutz. Stolen by Racine. John Racine in for the Cougars. Northeastern has built up a 10-point lead, 36-26. Bobcats take it away. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Edgerton gives it to John Racine. Edgerton back to, Racine back to Edgerton, and Edgerton hits. 38-26. Brazacchio in for Gilmore for the Bobcats. And we have Davison and Gagno in for Northeastern. Gagno with the ball. Over to Edgerton. Davison. Davison fakes. Racine. Gagno from about 16. Brazacchio is fouled. Josh Brazacchio at the line. Hits, makes it 38-27. And Brazacchio knocks them both in. It's a 38-28 ball game. John Racine over to Chris Gagno. Racine penetrates, gets the shot off and in. Basket by John Racine makes it 40-28. Gagno will inbound it. Over to Davison. 1-3-1 press, picked up at midcourt, just before they cross midcourt. Cougars turned it over. They had the press beat, but the pressure on it forced the turnover. Zacchio brings it up. Over the Shuts. Shot by Forkes, pulled down by the Cougars. Racine with the ball. Gets it to Davison. John Baker makes it 40-30. Davison to John Racine. Davison, he hits. 42-30. Minute and a half to go in the third. Belrose was tripped up. No foul on the play. He just stumbled over someone's feet. The ever-present Bob Daly in attendance. If there's a basketball game, you'll find him there at a game somewhere. Danny Davison misses the first with 1:20 to go. Third period. Rebound is hauled down by Billy Bushy. Steve Shuts brings it up. With that Scott Shuts. Gagnon looking for Swart, taken away by Bizzacchio. Gives it to Shuts. To Bushy. Rebound, John Racine. Shuts with a steal. Puts it up and he's fouled. 55 seconds to go in the third. Bobcats trailing by 10 now. Shuts misses the foul shot. Edgerton rebounds, pushes the ball up ahead. Davison, just enough room to haul it in. Edgerton will inbound it. Steal there by John Baker. Baker back to Shuts. Knocked out by Gagnon. Malinsky with the save on the sideline. Last year's team MVP. Bushy goes baseline, puts it in. Down to 27 seconds. 42-34. Edgerton back to help out Gagnon. Davison looking for a three. Rebounds Zwart. Davison bounces it off the Bobcats. Heads up play. 10 seconds to go. In the third quarter, John Racine will toss it in. Davison. Ref has to touch it. That'll be a second put back on the clock. Referee has to handle the ball. Ball comes in. Gagnon shoots, and it would have counted. 42-34 after three. We're heading for the fourth quarter with the Cougars leading the Bobcats. David Bushy will inbound it for the Bobcats. Have Covey, Alan Racine, Lucy, Fay, and LeClaire on the floor for the Northeastern Club. Cougars are leading by 8. Racine misses the shot. Rebound goes off the yellow. The red ball. LeClaire will toss it in. To Racine, over to Lucy. Jim Schutz was at a soccer game about a month ago, and he asked me if I was older or younger than he was. I said, I'm older than you are, Jim. I'm 31, so that definitely makes you older than me. Basket by Jim Landry. Schutz, a 1970 graduate here at Ellenburg, the year before the merger. The last graduating class at Ellenburg Central before they merged with Lion Mountain and Altona. And of course, that same year, Northeastern Clinton was formed with the merger of the Champlain and Moores Elementary, I think that's Moores Central team, schools. Lucy at the line. So over a very short period of time, we had a lot of schools no longer in existence. St. Mary's closed their high school in 1969. And a year later, Champlain, Moores, Altona, Lion Mountain, and Ellenburg were no longer in operation as single entities. 43-38, 6:49 to go. This game's still up for grabs. Schutz will toss it in. Up ahead to David Bushy. He's all alone. He laid it in. 43-40, 3-point ball game. Schutz underneath. Basket by Billy Bushy. We have a 1-point ball game. Randy LeBombard wants a timeout. Well, his team up by 1. Looked like they were building up a secure lead, and all of a sudden the Bobcats are back in at 6:28 left in the ball game. It's Northeastern ball. LeClaire as it's taken away by Schutz, and Bobcats take the lead. 44-43. Have Castine back in for the Cougars. LeClaire drives. Past the Castine, a little too much on it. LeClaire retrieves. Schutz blocks. Castine with the ball. In and out. They shoot 2. Castine can tie on the first one. Off the back of the iron. Another chance to tie it. 5:57 to go. And one drop. Rebound Schutz. Bushy have a foul on Castine. Sixth team foul and a half. They shoot on the 7th for this year. Schutz will inbound it. Bobcats up by 1. Schutz with the ball, gives it to David Bushy. Billy Bushy traveled. LeClaire will inbound it to Fade. Preseason game like this, both coaches trying to experiment a little bit, using some players that they want to take a look at. Ryan Lucy with a chance to tie. Both coaches, of course, want to win. Or tied 44-all with 5:22 to go. Both coaches want to win, but they'd rather learn something here and have it available in the coming season. Let's see, we have Jason Moulton back in for the Bobcats. Ball comes in to Moulton, guarded by LeClaire. Cougars up by 1. Castine up ahead to LeClaire. He drives, hits the front of the rim, rebound controlled by Billy Bushy, gives to Schutz. Schutz with the shot is in. Nice shot there by Scott Schutz. Puts the Bobcats back up. Cougars bothered by the press. And the Bobcats pick up the turnover and no steps. Rebound Castine. LeClaire. To Lucy. Castine wide open. And knocked away. Lucy. He drops it in. And the Cougars take the lead in the seesaw ball game, 47-46. David Bushy brings it up. Moulton to Billy Bushy. Castine rebounds. Gives it to Lucy. From 3, Tim Fay. And the Cougars build up a 4-point lead with 4 minutes to go, 50-46. Ball comes into Moulton. Billy Bushy shuffled his feet. Chris Gagno in for the Cougars, 3:47 to go in the ball game. He replaces Castine. Lucy up to Fay, and Tim Fay drives and lays it in, 52-46. Berzacchio out to David Bushy to Schutz. Basket by Jim Landry. Fay brings it up court. Pulls up for the 14.5-footer. Lucy, nope. Schutz rebounds. Schutz gives it up to Moulton. Moulton drives, taken away by Lucy, and Racine controls. Racine bounce pass to Fay. Fay in a crowd gets a shot off. Berzacchio comes out with it, and Racine takes it back. Berzacchio controls, and we have a foul on Fay. Schutz will inbound it. Berzacchio back to Schutz. 4-point difference. Bobcats down by 4. 2.5 minutes to go. Game still up for grabs. Schutz from about 16. Rebound controlled by Gagno. Gagno gives it to LeClaire. To Lucy. Lucy is fouled. One and one. Ryan Lucy, 1 and 1. Rebound Berzacchio. Bobcats turn it over. 2:09 to go. Fay brings it up. Over to Lucy. Basket will count. Ryan Lucy will shoot. Chance for a 3-point play. This is the foul shot. Cougars have been very cold from the foul line. Berzacchio rebounds. Northeastern up 54-48. After a slow start, it's been a good scoring ball game for a JV contest. It's only 8-8 after the end of the first quarter. Scott Schutz back in for the Bobcats. And we have Danny Davison in, replacing LeClaire for the Cougars. 1:39 to go. Junior varsity action from December 6th at Ellenburg. Racine, double dribbled. .122. Bushy, a foul. David Bushy. Rebound controlled by Racine. Billy Bushy cannonballs the ball into the stands. Fay will inbound it. Comes into Gagno. Landry misses the layup. Cougars come out with it. Fay up ahead to Lucy. There's two more for Northeastern, 56-48. Under a minute to go. Up to Billy Bushy. And Racine bothers him on a shot. David Bushy at the line. 56-49. And this is the second rebound. Brazacchio gets it out to Schutz. Back to Bushy. Bushy looking underneath, taken away by Fay. For Lucy. Bushy in the stands after the ball. .56-49. Fay looking for Davison, taken away by the Bobcats. Shot by Landry, rebound by Brazacchio. We have a foul. Josh Brazacchio at the line. .56-50. 26 seconds to go. .56-51. 5-point ball game. Lucy brings it up. Gagno. Stolen by Schutz. And Gagno picks up the foul. Schutz, if he makes them both, Bobcats would have a chance. 7 seconds on the clock. They're down by 5. 2 foul shots, a steal, and a three-pointer would tie it. But he has to hit. And that kind of eliminates the Bobcats' chances right there, and that ball rolled the rim. So this game went down to the final 7 seconds. Second one is missed. We're down to 6 seconds. Bushy from 3. Rebound Racine. He loses it. And at the horn. The final score, Northeastern Clinton 56. The Northern Adirondack Bobcats 51, and that's the way it was in junior varsity action on December 6th, 1991 here at Ellenburg. at Northern Adirondack Central School in Ellenburg.